First real video of the channel. Just a warning though, if you're sensitive to this stuff, you should probably leave because I'm gonna say what I think about these sexualities without holding back and rank them accordingly. And also the video is just really weird. I'll explain every category to remove confusion on what they are. S tier means it's understandable, A tier means it's fine, B tier means I'm neutral about it, C tier means I don't agree with it, D tier means it's confusing, and F tier means trashy or useless. Video's not for kids because of the subject matter. Firstly, we have Allosexual. This sexuality means that you feel any level of sexual attraction. This one's pretty useless since most people on earth feels a sexual attraction towards something. The purpose is to describe people outside of the asexual community, which again is already most people. So due to this sexuality label being useless, the fact that you can just say you're asexual to someone, this one's definitely going in F tier for being so useless. Allosexism. Asexual people are fine, so this one's terrible. What it is when people expect every single person on earth to do sex and want it. Not exactly a sexuality, but it was on the website where I found all these crazy sexualities that I didn't know existed. It's obviously terrible, but since it's not a sexuality, I'll put into MISC. Androsexual. The site says that it's a term used to communicate sexual or romantic attraction to men, males as in trans men, or masculinity. The last part about masculinity can mean that you're just attracted to masculine women, but this probably 9 times out of 10 means you're bisexual with a lean towards dudes. F tier for being trashy. Asexual. A classic. Everyone knows about this one. It means you're attracted to nobody. Completely fine, and because of the simplicity of it, I'll put it into A tier. Aromantic. Being aromantic means that you feel zero romantic attraction towards someone, but you can still feel sexual attraction. To me, this just seems like if you get into a relationship as a sexuality, you just want to fuck, or whatever. And that doesn't sit right with me, but at least it's less confusing than androsexual or semi-bisexual. And I think that semi-bisexual might have been a joke. C tier. Autosexual, a person who's sexually attracted to themselves. Someone desired to... What? Oh my god. Okay, so imagine a group of narcissists got together and thought up of a sexuality that they can identify as so that they don't seem too bad and so that they don't look like narcissists. That's what this sexuality is, being attracted to yourself more than others. Just wondering about how that works confuses me. Do you jerk off to pictures of yourself and that's autosexuality? Obviously this one's going into F tier because it's narcissism as a sexuality. Autoromantic. Again, a group of narcissists got together and thought up of a sexuality so they don't seem too bad. This being romantically attracted to yourself. And again, it's super confusing. If you go on a date with yourself, there's nothing to talk about because you already know yourself and know what you're thinking and going to say. I guess you just talk to yourself the whole time like a damn maniac. Or if you're celebrating Valentine's Day, I guess you just buy the candy for yourself and eat it. Most likely incredibly lonely people identify with this, or real narcissists. F tier because it's retarded and exists as a softer synonym for being self-centered. Bicurious. I think everyone watching knows what this is. It's when you're experimenting with your sexuality and questioning what you are. Since this is a normal thing to question yourself and think about, this goes into S tier. Asexual. One of the most normal sexualities out of everything on this list. S tier. Since it's just being attracted to dudes and girls. I'd used to say just pick one, but more choice in what you like is fine. Biromantic. Okay, so throw what I said about bisexuality out of the window. I'm pretty sure relationships have a romantic and sexual part about them, so just throwing one out of the window would probably make a weird relationship. I haven't been in too many, but still, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna put this into D tier. Closeted. What is there to say? You aren't open about your sexuality and pretend to be something else. I think I'll put this into MISC. Cupiosexual. This one already sounds weird from the name. What it is when an asexual person doesn't experience sexual attraction, but still engages in sexual behavior or a sexual relationship. Sexual behavior, whatever. People like to jerk off every once in a while. But a sexual relationship? If you aren't attracted to them, why would you engage in a sexual relationship? I guess maybe you can do that, but what satisfaction do you get if you're not even attracted to the person? D tier. Side note, all my videos won't be this like insane, it's just this one's, but if you're enjoying this video right now, leave a like and subscribe and stuff like that. I'm gonna be making videos every once in a while. Continue the video. Demisexual. This is when a person only experiences sexual attraction under specific circumstances. such as after building a romantic or emotional relationship with a person. This one is pretty normal to me, but most people look at someone that they find attractive and immediately get sexually attracted. So I'll put this one into B tier since I don't have any feelings about it. Demi-romantic, basically demisexual, except you only feel romantic for somebody after building an emotional relationship with somebody. Side note, demisexuals are on the asexual spectrum or whatever. Just wanted to say that because that exists, but B tier. Fluid. I've always found the fluid things to be confusing and dumb, but here's what the website says. This term, yes, a typo, refers to the fact that sexuality, sexual attraction, and sexual behavior can change over time and be dependent on the situation. Also used to describe those who experience shifts in their sexuality, sexual attraction, or sexual behaviors in different situations, or throughout the course of their lifetime. End of that site. Things happen in our lifespan that change who we are and what we identify ourselves as, so that part makes sense. But dependent on the situation, I don't exactly know what that part means. What situation would make you become fluid and change your sexuality just for another situation to happen and then you revert back? And does that mean any situation? This one mostly sounds like someone couldn't choose if they were homo or straight, so instead of just saying they're bi, they just made this. D tier. Make up your mind. Homosexual just means that you're attracted to the same gender. Nothing's wrong with this, it's not confusing, it's straightforward and understandable since different people like different things, so I'll put this into S tier for making sense. Gray sexual. I looked up gray sexual flag just to find a flag for this if demisexuality was the first thing. Even Google gets it wrong because of how many of these exist and how confusing they are. But anyway, this is just when you don't know what you're attracted to or you feel sexual attraction rarely. B tier. I have no feelings about it. Gray romantic. I don't know why they choose this weird green for a romantic color, but whatever. Basically gray sexual except romantic. B tier again. Gene sexual. I don't fucking know. It's when someone's attracted to women, females as in trans women, or femininity. I'll say the same thing that I said about androsexual. This just means you're bi with a feminine lean. F tier for being useless. Heterosexual. I found the flag funny, they just didn't try with it. This is basically like 99% of the world right now, so S tier since most people are like this, and it makes the most sense to me. Liotis sexual, just asexual people who jerk off. Someone could say that's just autosexuality, but they aren't attracted to anyone, including themselves, so this is B tier. Monosexual, just being attracted to a single gender. Obviously useless since that means you're hetero or homo, so F tier. Omnisexual, pansexual minus the romantic attraction. F tier for being anything like pan. Pansexual, absolute desperation. Unless you're attracted to what people say they're identified as, this is just bisexuality. Identifying as a gender, unless you go through it with being trans, doesn't change what you are, and people are attracted to what you are. At least that's my stance. F tier for being useless. Panromantic, absolute desperation for an asexual. There's not too much to say about it, it's just being biromantic. F tier. Polysexual, describes people who are into varying genders. About these broad gender terms, they're completely useless. Nobody's gonna say that they're polysexual. One, less people know what that is when compared to bi or pan, and two, that just tells a person that you date or have sex with anybody. F tier. Homosexual. We've been having a ton of very low-ranking sexualities. Not saying that that's gonna change, but at least this one makes a little bit of sense. Homosexuality is when you reject all sexuality labels. Fine with me, some people just aren't anything. B tier. Questioning. Just when someone doesn't know what they are. A tier since a lot of people are trying to find out what they are and who they are and what they like and stuff. Sapiosexual, when someone's attracted to intelligence instead of gender. Understandable because some people want to be with someone who's really smart, so S tier. Semi-bisexual, yes, half of the flag is actually missing. This one is just on another level of wanting to feel different, so much so that I think I have a reason for it to exist. If you don't know what semi-bisexual is, it's bisexuality, but you're attracted to one gender. I don't have to explain why that sounds stupid, but here's my reason why I think it exists. Some people feel strictly attracted to one gender at a certain time, instead of always being attracted to both genders. If you have any other explanation for this weird ass sexuality, leave it in the comments. Otherwise, F tier, useless and just confusing. And finally, we have Skillosexual. These are people who are attracted to non-binary or trans people. I got no words for this one, so B tier. Video was made just for fun, and I really turned off my filter to say what I thought about each of these sexualities. But yeah, as I said earlier in the video, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Videos this absurd won't be my standard, but I'll upload a selection of different video topics if that's what you're interested in. Bye bye.